Hey guys, it's Matea. Today I'm going to um, take you through the process of how I do resin and silicone molds and just kind of some things about it. And then I want to try to show you like my process video of how I will use it in my project. So first of all, when using resin, please go get some nitrile gloves. I got these in a pack of 50 at Walmart, 50 pairs, and I think it was like $2. So it's really worth it because resin can burn your skin, so you want to be careful. The product I'm using is just the Amazing Casting Resin, and you can just buy that online. So it comes with some like med type cups, which I reuse. You just have to wash them out when you're done. Actually, don't run them through your water in your sink because you could get buildup. Just use like a, I used a baby wipe for mine. So it comes with A side and a B side, and you mix this in the ratio 1:1. So you kind of have to play with it because you'll never really know for sure how much you need for a mold unless you like filled this up with water and measured it so you could get the number of ounces. But I'm just gonna do quite a fair amount here because I plan on using mine. So I'm gonna do 30 ounces of each, which will equal it to 2 ounces, so I can make several molds. And this totally freaks me out because I don't want to spill. And this kit was probably like, I don't know, I want to say $15 of shipping included, and I got mine just online. So after you measure out an ounce of each roughly, and you want to be pretty accurate. Okay, and then you need a third mixing cup, and this is just a solo cup that I've cut, and I put a little tip here on the end so that when you pour it, it'll come to a point and it'll be easier to fill in your little molds. So I usually just dump the B side in first, okay? And then I have some paper laid out here by the mold because I don't want to spill on my table and I made a mistake. You want to always close your resins each time you're done using them because you could mix them up. And then mix the A side in with the B. And it cures pretty quickly, so you got to work fast. And I just use a popsicle stick, and you want to mix it for about 30 seconds. So after that's mixed up well, then you get your molds ready. And we're gonna do this cameo first because this looks like the easier one. So I slowly fill it, and if it spills over the edges, that's okay because resin will easily, you can easily just wipe that off actually. And I'm going to grab a baby wipe for that because I don't want all of that. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just dump some of that out. I've noticed this resin expands a little bit, so that's another thing to watch out for when you're molding. So as you can see, I'm just trying to clean up the edge of my mold here. And I probably shouldn't have poured so much in just because that's what happens. So you want to let that sit. And I'm seeing some air bubbles in it, but I think it's going to be okay. So next I'm going to go for, and you see how I'm dripping there? This resin gets very hot, and that's why you want to wear gloves. You'll feel that when you are using it. It's almost like it'll melt in the cup. And I'm actually going to pinch an edge of it and see if that helps. I want to do these feathers too. Resin is definitely something you have to like experiment with, because it's just so, with delicate mold is like usually what most people want to use it for. And to get all those details in there is like so tricky. As you can see, it's already setting up, so I'm actually gonna, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna try to just get what I can out of there anyway. It's very hot. Okay, that one was a total fail. Look how much I wasted. Anyway, it's like, it's already set up. So that's how fast you have to work. And I'm telling you guys, these gloves are so important, because you're just going to end up with a huge mess and you're going to get burns on your skin. So, that one's a fail. I'm actually thinking about using a syringe for those more delicate molds to get a more detailed look of that. So, as you can see, it's setting, and we're going to let it set, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I want to share with you another way to color your polymer clay and use, I'm going to use this Flourish set from Dee's Molds, you know, to change the color of your clay. I've got some cheap pastels here, and I just got these from Joann's. So what I do is, let's see, I'm going to do, I want my clay to be this light lavender purple, so I'm just going to work off some of that chalk onto my piece of clay. And we can add more as we go. But, so I've just done it like that. And then I'm going to knead that into my clay, and it'll change the color to this nice subtle purple. Another thing you want to remember when you're working with polymer clay is it stains your fingers, whatever clay you're working with. So if you're going to go back to like white, let's say, and you want a nice white color, then it'd be a good idea to wipe your hands with like a baby wipe and whatnot. So I'm going to need a little, probably quite a bit more of that chalk. And I'm just shaving this off with this Sculpey tool that I got at Joann's too. So it's slowly changing, not as much as I really wanted to, but I'll show you in a minute here. And there's something that got in there. And it's pretty soft when you're working it. So what I recommend is, if you want a nice piece, to just really, after you're done like putting it in the mold, make sure you pop it in the freezer for like a minute or two, because that'll really help when you're releasing it from your mold, so that it doesn't get all distorted and stuff like that. And I'm actually having to add quite a bit more color than I initially thought, because I want it to be a purpley color of clay. And maybe we'll even go for the darker. So I don't know if you're seeing, it still looks really white, but in person it's got a real light undertone of purple. So I think we're gonna go for this darker shade of purple and see if that kicks it up a notch. Beans you're working with clay that has to be baked, you can really play around with it. Whereas if you're using like air dry clay, you know, I'm guessing the work time will probably be a little less, but so that's alright. I was hoping for something maybe a little darker, but we're going to go ahead and use this. So when you're working with a really detailed design, it's a really good idea to take it in small portions because you can always add on top. And as you're working it together, you really want to kind of press it in there more each time so you can pull out a lot of that detail, which is what I'll do here in a second. And then after we're done, I will show you what they look like after they've been baked. And when I'm pressing the clay into the mold, I'm always pressing into the design and away from the edges because that's going to... Hi guys, Matea here from Elegant Embellishments, and today I want to share with you the project that I've created. And so let me just show it to you. I did use the Bella Rose paper pad that I got from Tutu Amy, so thanks Amy. And I've had this mirror in my stash for a while to be altered, and I'm sorry about the glare, but I did want to show you that it is a mirror. And so I've had it for quite a while to be altered, and I thought these were the perfect things to alter it with because it's so just girly and I love it. So as you can see there, I've added Amy's really gorgeous paper, and then I've used pearl paints on the rest of it to color it up, and then just some more paper on covering the back. And I've also inked the edges to give it kind of just a nice pink look. And the top here, you can see I added one of these crowns that I used from her crown set, and I painted that with some pearl paints. And then I just added some E6000 and tiny little rhinestones up there, as you can see. And then I just also added some roses and sprays for my stash. And then on the handle, you can see I've used her gorgeous cameo. It's so detailed, and so I've used resin on that, and then I put pearl paint on it, and it looks really fabulous. And then some more roses and sprays for my stash. And then I wanted to do pearls down the handle, so that's what I did there, and I thought it came out pretty cute. It was a fun project to do. So that is what it looks like, and I'll probably display this on a nightstand or something, and maybe even with when we did the Spring Fling event, I did a Parisian theme just to display it next to everything that I did there. And I hope you guys had fun watching this video, and I hope you liked it. I had this, like I said, for a long time, and I was just waiting for the perfect moment to alter it. And this trim I got also from Dia Elegant Embellishments. Go check out DK Crafts on Facebook. I'll put a link below. You can check out, she does group pre-orders on molds, and those are 2 sets that she had sent me as well. This is the crown set, and then this is the cameo, and These are super pliable, flexible molds. I've worked with the resin and the clay, and I do love how both turn out. They're just have pros and cons of each. So yeah, that is what that looks like. Definitely you should give her molds a try and just have lots of fun, you know, coloring them and seeing what you can do with them, really. So again, that is my project. You all have a wonderful night, and thanks for watching my video. Bye!